Hello guys and welcome back to a brand new match review here on the channel. My name is James and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about Reading's 3-1 defeat in extra time against Burnley. That's right, the Royals were back in FA Cup action and it was the third round this time around as we played Championship opposition Burnley, a team that are in the division above us at the moment. And I've got to say, for about 100 minutes, Reading went toe to toe with Burnley and I've got to say, came out with a decent account for themselves. Now, one thing that you will notice is that we are in a little bit of a different background now. I've actually just moved house, so there's been a lack of videos for that reason. Obviously, there's been reports recently of a lot of players leaving Reading Football Club, with the likes of Harvey Nibbs, Charlie Savage, Sam Smith, Tyler Bindon, all being amongst them names. So there's been a lack of videos recently because, yeah, moving house is probably just a little bit more important than putting out a YouTube video at the moment. But yeah, videos should be back in the full swing of things coming soon. The internet will be hooked up from Wednesday, so if this video is out late, you know why, because my Wi-Fi is taking a very long time to upload it. At least my hotspot is anyway. Now, enough of my personal life talk. We're going to go ahead and discuss Reading's 3-1 defeat against Burnley. And I've got to say, the boys definitely can be proud of the performance that they put in today. In terms of the starting 11 that Noel Hunt went for, he went for a relatively strong team, as we saw David Button as one of the changes as he was in goal. Abraham Kanu, Tyler Bindon, Harley Dean and Tavonge Rashisha made up the back four today. The midfield trio of Charlie Savage, Lewis Wing and Harvey Nibbs remained as always, while out on the wings we saw Jaden Wareham and Kelvin Abrafa played, and finally up front we saw Sam Smith. Now, for the first half, the first 15 minutes, I've got to say Burnley were miles the better side in this game. They were absolutely controlling the game and you could see the real quality that they possessed. You can really see why they are at the moment a team that are contending to be in the Premier League next season. But after that, I thought Reading actually started to come back into the game quite a lot. And I've got to say, Reading held themselves quite well against Burnley. One opportunity that came, in fact, for Reading was a few chances in a row that came. There was a few crosses that came in, and one in particular that stood out for me was when the goalkeeper for Burnley actually missed the cross, and Tyler Bindon had basically an open goal, but his header went over, and yeah, he couldn't keep the balls from coming down. So Bindon's header obviously headed it over, but if he was able to get that anywhere near on target, it was 1-0 to Reading. Reading, though, like I said, did hold themselves quite well after their first 15 minutes and kind of went toe-to-toe with Burnley. You could see the quality, though, that they did possess. I think in them 15 minutes, Burnley actually did hit the post. I think it was Lyle Foster that ended up hitting it, the man who'd returned for Burnley, making his first start in a very long time following injury. Burnley, though, eventually did get the game's first goal. It was that man as well, Lyle Foster, who ended up scoring. I've got to say, for me, it came a little bit against the run of play. It was in the 71st minute from a corner. This was before Reading had multiple opportunities to score. Sam Smith had a shot that was saved by the Burnley goalkeeper, and Harvey Nibbs had one that was cleared not off the line but just past the line. He had one cleared away, and Reading had the opportunities to go 1-0 up, but you could see the attacking quality Burnley had, and Lyle Foster was the man that put them in front. Following a recycle from a corner, the ball was whipped back in and Jay Rodriguez flopped like a salmon and just about missed the header, but Lyle Foster was there and was able to toe poke it straight past David Button and put the team in claret 1-0 up. Now, the claret and blue of Burnley was not able to hold their lead for too much longer, though. It's just 6 minutes later, Lewis Wing was able to score for Reading. Now, yes, there was a little bit of fortune in this goal. Lewis Wing struck it from about 40 yards after a short free kick was played to him, and yes, it did go through the hands of the Burnley goalkeeper, but Reading were equal, and I've got to say, following the performance that Reading put in, I'm not going to say they deserved it, but for the battle that Reading put into this game and the way that they played, Reading definitely deserved to come away with a goal in this fixture. Lewis Wing was the man who scored it, obviously 40 yards out. Yes, there was a lot of luck involved in it, but the game actually managed to stay 1-1, and well, substitutes were the difference in this fixture, as when we got into extra time, it was Zion Flemming who was able to score both goals for Burnley. Now, the former Millwall man scored in the 100th minute and the 109th, as once again you saw a bit of that potential Premier League quality come through for Burnley. A really nice move on the right hand side, saw the ball cut back to Zion Flemming, and Zion Flemming ended up putting the ball past David Button. For me, maybe for the first goal, I think Button could have done maybe a little bit better. I'm not going to flat out say that, oh no, he should be saving it, but I thought maybe he could do a little bit better with the shot that was at him. It was straight in the middle of the goal and David Button just let it go underneath him, but look, there was a lot of power, it was quite close, so maybe I'm being a bit harsh on Button. But the second goal as well came from Flemming in the 109th minute, and it killed Reading off. In our last game in the FA Cup, we scored 2 goals in extra time to beat Harbour Town, while at the same stadium, Burnley have scored 2 goals in extra time to progress through to the 4th round. Now, like I said, Reading can hold their heads up high. Lots of substitutions came from Reading's side, and lots of substitutions came from the Burnley side. And when you just compare the two benches, and at least the players that came on today, you saw Ekdal, you saw Bashir Humphreys, you saw Mike Tressel, Zion Flemming, and Josh Laurent come off the bench today for Burnley. And for Reading, you saw Louis Holtzman, Emmanuel Osho, Tyler Saki, Ashgar Ahmed, and Jack Senga Ngoyi. Now, when you compare the appearances that them benches made, you've probably got to say it's probably about 10 times in the favour of the Burnley bench. Now, like I said, nothing to complain about. Burnley probably overall deserved to win, but Reading, like I said, definitely held themselves up high. Now, that's going to be it for this video today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been James, and we'll hope to see you all again very soon. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.